Hey everybody, Blair Applegate here coming to you live from Rams training camp in UCI, Irvine campus, California for the first edition of the Bull and Bear Show. We're going to make this a weekly video update to give you the top 3 things going on in the market. And one of the top 3 things going on in all of the country is pro football. It's back. You can see the talent right over my shoulder here. We're glad to be here. I want to talk to you about the 3 important things. One right now, the first thing is GDP accelerating. Okay, this time last year, GDP was at 1.2%. We've come off of oil going from 150 bucks a barrel to 26. It was a rough year. We kind of had an industrial recession. And now, we just had on Friday morning, GDP came out 2.6%. So that's growth accelerating in the U.S. economy, which gets us to the second point, which is earnings accelerating, okay? When you have strong earnings, like we're seeing coming out of the S&P 500, remember, we had 6 quarters, a year and a half of negative earnings growth through 2015 and 2016. And we've started to come out of that earnings recession that we had. We have the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Russell, the Dow, all hitting positive earnings numbers of between 10% positive in sales growth and in revenue, and another 5 to 10% in earnings per share. And especially the NASDAQ posting some very strong numbers. So that is strong growth, and that is really what's kind of driving, the momentum that we're seeing in the economy. So those are, so basically GDP, earnings, and growth accelerating. Those are the top 3 things for you to think about right now. They're all driven by real data. And the last thing, just to kind of put a cap on it, is today we saw the Dow hit 22,000, right? Hey, that's kind of like 11 on 11, right? 22. It's football time. Football's in the air. The Dow's at all-time highs, and it's on strong earnings. And that's why you're seeing the low volatility as well. If you read the piece that we put out last week on the most peaceful market in Earth, what you saw was 16 of the least volatile days of the last, 16 of the 25 least volatile days on record in the last 30 years have all come in 2017. And that makes sense, right? If you think about volatility, right? Think about the Patriots. They've had how many titles now? And they just kind of coast through the season. There's not a lot of volatility. You expect them to win. Hey, same thing when you're posting positive numbers in the market. That's like, strong earnings, strong sales numbers. That means low volatility, and that's why you're seeing low volatility in the market, which is why we've had the most peaceful market on Earth here in 2017 on record. Read last week's piece for more on that. So anyway, that's the top 3 things for this week. We'll see you next week, and enjoy your summer.